other day, I told you to make a list with 4 columns, remember? The sins you did, what you didn't do, what you want to do, all that. Now I want you to make another type of a list, which is very, very important. And I want you to make a list of all the people that you hurt, stole, cheated, slandered, anything else that you did to another person that you have to ask for their forgiveness. Now that list might have 3 people, might have 3,000 people. The important thing to remember when you make this list is that when you're saying, I wasn't such a good child, I have to ask forgiveness for my mother. Check. My father, my best friend. That's the easy ones who go on the list. But then it comes to a person that you answered back, you embarrassed, you did something, but in your mind you think you're right because they did something. Oh, he deserved it. Who says he deserved it? Maybe he didn't deserve it. Maybe even if he deserved it, you embarrassed him in public. You talked bad about him, you did something. You might still need to apologize. So the task of the day is you have to make a real, authentic list. You have to think about it. Who do I owe an apology? Who do I owe money? Who do I have to appease one way or another? Don't forget, and very soon is Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur will forgive the sins between me and Hashem, not between me and you. So even regardless to Yom Kippur, a huge part of your tshuva is to acknowledge who you sinned to, who you hurt, who you did something to, and you have to approach like a man, and if you're a woman, like a man. Okay, not everybody got the joke, but if you're a woman, you approach like a woman. But you approach to the person and you said, I have spoken against you, I have hurt you, I interrupted you while you were teaching, I owe you money, whatever it is, you ask forgiveness, because if you didn't, your tshuva is light years away. So today what you're going to focus on, you don't have to make the list within 2 minutes, you can sit on the list for 3 days, but do a thorough list. The ones who are easy or fresh in your mind, put on the paper. But then you have to think, maybe, so-and-so, once I did this and that, and so-and-so. But be authentic. Don't come with excuses. That person doesn't, how do you say, he's not worth my sorry. He doesn't, I don't need to apologize to him. He started. Well, that's what my 3-year-old will say. He started. He took it first. Then your list is not going to be worth it. Even if somebody did something bad to you, and as a revenge you did something back, forget about the bad that they did. You focus on the bad you did. And if that person deserves an apology, you're going to apologize. Now I'm not saying it's going to be so easy, because some people it's going to be very hard to approach them. Some of them you might not ever find. Some of them already don't exist in the world. They died. We're going to learn everything how you do that. Now first make a list. And there's going to be a quantity of people on the list that it's going to be easy to approach them. Some people that you're never going to find, or they died. And some people that you're going to need a lot of courage to go and talk to that person, to tell them straight out. And of course, there's always going to be that exceptions of some of the people don't open up the Pandora box. Don't wake up a dead dog, or how they say, a lying dog, whatever they are, a sleeping dog. Some people are part of your tshuva, leave it as it is. Don't go now to wake up something. And we're going to talk about this all, how you do that. But for now, the task of the day, you take a notebook and you start writing down who do you need to say sorry for and for what. Which means, what did you do to different people, is that you have to have some type of a list of, okay, that person I already apologized to. This person I paid back. That person I appeased the damage that was done. This person, we're still negotiating. But if you're not going to do that, how are you going to know who to say sorry for the stuff that you did? And if you don't do that, what's your tshuva? It's not. I'm not saying it's a simple thing, but that's something you need to do. And that list, by the way, if tomorrow and during the shower you remember somebody from 20 years ago, then you write it down. And if it's in the middle of the night and you suddenly remember so-and-so, I remember I once did this and that. You wake up and you put it down. So, maybe 80% of the list you can do in 2-3 days, and then there's going to be another 20% that you forgot. Then we're also going to deal with the ones that you completely forgot. But now, you want to put it down in writing, and not yet, you don't going to jump now and start calling everybody. First, make the list. Then we're going to learn how you approach this list, in what pace, how fast, I can tell you already that the ones that are easy, you just pick up the phone and you apologize, or you're sorry, or you can do a general sorry if I ever hurt you, if I did something to offend you, I ask for forgiveness. Anyways, you have to do that in the month of Elul. So start doing it already now, and anyways, you have to do that throughout the year. Later on, you're going to have to conduct your life that if you hurt somebody, the tshuva has to be fast, that right away you do the apology, not to drag it out. If you start dragging things out, that's a problem. Now we're focusing more on the past. Who I hurt, who I owe money, who I need to apologize, who I need to say sorry, who I need to straighten things out. Sometimes as a person, there was some type of an argument, it wasn't settled, you see that person every 3 weeks in the street, you're looking at each other, but maybe you did something wrong. Maybe you need to approach the person and says, listen, I know there's something going on between us, let's iron it out. We don't have to be best buddies, but I apologize if I did anything, I forgive you, etc., etc. Let's iron it out. We don't need to have any type of friction between us, hate, animosity, and bad feelings, or as they say, bad taste. So take a piece of paper, start writing down a list. You don't have to do it in a minute, it can take you a few days, but be authentic, be true to yourself, no ego, no arrogance, no pride. He started first, he did first, oh, he doesn't deserve my apology. He has to come to me. Well, that's not going to work. Unless you're 100% right and that person really owes you the apology, that's a whole different thing. Now you're focusing on yourself, and your tshuva has to be real, because the Kadosh Baruch Hu knows everything, and you want to make sure that you are cleaning out one name after the other. So your tshuva, at least you say, I did my part. And we're going to learn what the Rambam says, how you approach a person, how many times you have to approach a person, who do you need to approach. There's laws for that in the Torah. What if you approach a person 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and they don't forgive you? That we're all going to learn in the laws of tshuva, but now you're going to focus on this short or maybe long list.